You're tired. You feel it deep down. The grind of chasing money that never feels enough. The sleepless nights spent wondering if this next round of funding will come through. The endless meetings that drain your spirit. You know the rules. They say, follow the investors, fit the traditional pitch, trade equity for cash, play safe, don't rock the boat. But every bone inside screams it's broken, outdated, and it's stealing your dream. The truth is, it's always been rigged. The system, the so-called rules of capital, were never built for the bold, the different, the restless creators like you. They were made to serve the old guard, the gatekeepers, the few who keep magic locked behind bureaucracy and bias. But here's the thing. While you've been stuck in their grind, something quiet, fierce, revolutionary has been rising beneath the surface, and it's about to change everything for you. Crowdfunding isn't just another tool or a passing trend, it's a hidden seismic shift shaking the core of how capital moves. Capital, the lifeblood of every venture, has been chained to outdated rules, slow to adapt, and blind to radical ideas. But crowdfunding breaks those chains. It tears down the walls, shreds the gatekeepers' rulebook, and hands the power back to the founders, the visionaries, the investors who dare to see what others miss. Crowdfunding is the beginning of freedom in flow, where money is not just numbers on a spreadsheet, but a pulse of community, trust, and belief. It's the capital of the people, by the people, for the next wave of creators who refuse to be confined. Think about the pain of pitching to the same tired investors who only want safe bets. You know your project is explosive, but they want the same old story, the same old metrics, the same worn-out template. You lose yourself trying to fit their mold. The cost? Creativity smothered, dreams sidelined. And for what? So capital can trickle down slowly, hesitantly, through layers of bureaucracy and skepticism. Crowdfunding flips this script. It lets you connect directly with those who believe in your vision, who want to back you not because you fit a checklist, but because your idea sparks something fierce inside them. And this connection, this pulse, is pure power. It's vulnerable, raw, and real. Investors aren't faceless, remote players, but champions holding pieces of your vision, ready to fuel your fire without demanding you morph into a copy of what they think success looks like. But here's where it gets even more breathtaking. Crowdfunding does not just liberate money, it redefines value itself. In the old game, value was fixed, dictated by spreadsheets that miss the intangible, the spark, the future impact locked in your idea. Crowdfunding recognizes the new currency, community trust, early adopters who scream their belief from rooftops, the viral momentum that no boardroom meeting can manufacture. This changes everything. Suddenly, your runway isn't just dollars, it's the energy of thousands of backers who can't wait to see you win. This energy feeds your project, making it stronger, faster, unstoppable. And every dollar invested isn't just money, it's a vote of faith, a battle cry that your vision matters in a world full of noise. Investors, listen up. The old way has been relying on cold, distant due diligence, charts, and cautious bets on the familiar. That kind of investing led to missed opportunities and stale portfolios. Now, the smart money flows toward the crowd, the collective wisdom of thousands who see beyond just short-term returns. When the many back a project, they crowdsource validation better than any analyst ever could. And the best investors know this. Crowdfunding is the ultimate risk filter, the real-time market test that cuts through the noise, putting authentic projects into the spotlight. But here is the key. This power doesn't just happen. It must be wielded with fierce intention. Success in crowdfunding and the new capital landscape demands a brutal new skill set, a mindset war ready to tear down what no longer serves. It's about building a tribe, but not any tribe, the right tribe, your tribe. those rare believers whose courage matches yours. You don't want likes or passive followers. You need warriors ready to fight alongside you, to amplify your vision with relentless passion. You must communicate not with jargon or hollow promises, but raw emotion, truth that cuts through superficiality. The future belongs to those who make their crowd feel like family, allies bound by something bigger than money, purpose. Founders, the past said, play small, conform, copycats win. The future screams explode, disrupt, create. Crowdfunding lets you do this. Imagine raising your dream funded not by one or two gatekeepers, but by thousands owning a piece of your vision. Picture them shouting your name, sharing your story, fighting the status quo beside you. The power this brings isn't just financial. It's a tidal wave of momentum, unstoppable and intimate. No more begging the system to notice your spark. You become the spark. And here's the secret most won't tell you. Success in this new world requires patience, the kind of patience that burns like fire. You can't expect to launch and be an overnight sensation, but you build relationships, nurture every backer, honor every promise. The capital you gain builds trust and loyalty, far more valuable than quick cash. The real capital grows in faith between you and your crowd, and that currency never depletes. It multiplies. The system fears this shift. It shudders because it knows crowdfunding breaks hierarchies, uproots the power dynamic, and hands control to those who thrive in chaos, in risk, in radical truth. That's why you hear the whispers, the doubts, the conventional voices whispering, too risky, too new, too loud. They cling to comfort because they fear the power you are gaining. But here is the revolution's heart. Crowdfunding rewrites the rules not only for capital, but for connection, for creativity, for sovereignty. It's not just about raising money. It's about reclaiming control over how your vision grows. It's an electric thread weaving founders and investors into a living network, dynamic and fierce, where each contribution is more than a check. It's a spark of rebellion, a light in the dark, proof that the future belongs to those who dare. If you are still here, feeling the weight of those old rules breaking down, it's no accident. You were never meant to settle, to cower. Crowdfunding offers not a band-aid, but a gateway. To move beyond noisy distractions, beyond diluted compromises, beyond walls built by fear and tradition. It offers a path to real liberation, where capital flows through trust, passion, and alignment. So what can you do right now? Start with one truth. Stop begging the system for crumbs. Build your tribe with ruthless clarity. Seek those few who blaze with the same hunger. Craft your message raw and true. Tell them why your vision will change everything, not just how much it will make. Then, invite them in, not as spectators, but as co-creators of the future you will build together. Use crowdfunding not as a fallback, but as a weapon of change. Investors, don't just watch this new world from the sidelines. Dive in, listen to what the crowd chooses, and back the sparks, the wildfires, the outsiders with something real to prove. Your role is no longer gatekeeper, but enabler. Support those whose fire you feel with every fiber of yourself. This is not the system of old capitalism recycling itself slowly. This is capital reborn through the crowd, raw and unstoppable. It's messy, imperfect, human, and that's exactly why it works. It will redefine your relationship to money, to trust, to power. It will crack open the gates and let the exceptional flood in. The system might be scared, but you shouldn't be. This is your moment. Crowdfunding, quiet, wild, unstoppable, is rewriting the rules of capital. The chains fall, the few align, the revolution unleashes, and the future belongs to the brave who no longer wait for permission because they don't need it. They are the capital, they are the change, they are the power.